Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this Heel Heat, we're going to talk about Kenny Omega possibly being kicked out of the Bullet Club. Now, let's go into what happened early this morning, late last night, yesterday, depending on where you're at. New Japan Pro Wrestling had New Beginning Night number 2 from Sapporo, Japan. And the main event for the United States Championship was Jay White versus Kenny Omega. After a really good match, a solid outing, Jay White picks up a surprise win, thus dethroning Kenny from the United States Championship. All that would be a great story if we didn't have everything that happened afterwards, which far outshined it. I mean, you can see they've strapped the rocket onto Jay White, and he's going to be a guy they count on going forward. I mean, he's only the second U.S. champion they have. He defeats Kenny Omega, who we all know is a big star there. So, kudos to Jay. We see, as it's custom in Japan, next challenger steps up, this in the form of Hangman Page, interestingly enough. Now, over the weekend, Hangman, his stock elevated. Earlier in the night, he pinned Kota Ibushi. Both nights he did excellent. So, it kind of felt like not only are they elevating Jay White, now they're going to elevate Hangman Page. Well, Kenny gets up while Hangman's laying his challenge, interrupts the challenge, hands Jay White the U.S. title that Hangman had taken from him. Then we see some dissension. We see Cody Rhodes intervene. He comes out and he argues, "What are you doing? This is his moment. This is Hangman Adam Page's moment. You're stealing this from him. What are you doing?" We see them argue, a little bit of shoving back and forth, even to the fact that Kenny Omega pushes his best friend, Matt Jackson, of the Young Bucks down, which at this point the Young Bucks walk away. Which leaves us with Kenny, Cody, Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll in the ring. Well, they talk it out, looks like everything's good, everybody shakes hands, fist pumps. Marty and Hangman leave. Cody goes to hold the ropes for Kenny to leave. As he's doing so, as Kenny goes to step through, Cody attacks, hits a crossroads on him. We see him keep continuing the attack, calls in the other two. They seem a bit confused. Hangman actually finally does hold up Omega for Cody to go get a chair to attack Omega. Before he could hit him with the chair, much like we seen in New Year's Dash, when Omega came down and saved Ibushi from the chair shot, Kota Ibushi comes out and saves Kenny Omega from getting hit with a chair. He runs off the Bullet Club guys. We get Kota standing tall, putting his hand out for Kenny. There's a lot of tension and drama build up till Kenny finally hugs him. We get a reuniting Golden Lovers, which is a great tag team from a few years back between Kota and Kenny. They hug, the streamers start falling, everybody leaves with a happy moment. However, we have the fallout. What does this all mean? Is Kenny Omega out of the Bullet Club? Has Kenny been surpassed as leader by Cody Rhodes? Is there going to be a split? Is the long-rumored Elite Bullet Club split going to happen, where Kenny and the Bucks and maybe a couple other guys go one way and the rest of the Bullet Club goes the other way? does Kenny go and him and Kota Ibushi fight against the entire Bullet Club themselves? I don't know. We didn't get much answers to that, which is what's great about wrestling. When it's at its best, it'll leave you with more answers than it does, or more questions than it does answers. So you continue to tune in to see what's going to happen next. My opinion on this thing is, I do believe that Kenny is out of the Bullet Club. I think they're going to go a different route. I think the addition of Ibushi is going to make it where it's not going to be the Elite versus the Bullet Club. I think it's going to be Kenny and Ibushi fighting against Cody and Hangman and whoever else wants to join the Crusade. We're going to see a little bit of dissension in the ranks. We're going to see, is Cody going to be accepted as the new leader? How does Fale feel about this? How does Tama Tonga and Tangaroa feel about this? How does Yujiro feel about this? You know, going forward, are these guys going to say, hey, we're okay with you kicking out Kenny, but Cody, we don't want you to be the winner, the leader. We want Tama to be the leader, who at some points last year was seen to be positioned himself if there was a split. So we don't know what's happening going forward. We do know we had a great match, overshadowed by a great storyline, which is funny because people say the one drawback of New Japan is they don't have great storylines. Well, here you have a few great storylines tied up into one. But in my opinion, I think Kenny's going to go with Kota. They're going to wrestle against the Bullet Club guys. We're going to continue to see some dissension in the ranks. Maybe still have a split off between two factions inside the Bullet Club. I do think ultimately there'll be maybe two leaders, Cody as the leader of the Bullet Club America, and for a better word, and Tama Tonga as the leader of the Bullet Club Japan, basically the guys that wrestle mostly in New Japan. And maybe they split and fight off against each other, or maybe they decide that they're both going to be okay, or maybe Bad Luck Fale steps up and becomes a leader, or Yujiro. Who knows? But either way, excellent story being told. Keeps you gripped, keeps you watching, keeps you wanting to see what's going to happen next, which is what they always want you to do. New Japan firing on all cylinders again. Great show. Great main event. And it led me to this discussion. But basically, that's all I have to say on this topic. My name is George Coles, and this has been another episode of Heel Heat.